Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy in the courtyard, Kyle's sitting on one of the bench thinking. Till Stefan came to where he is. Look man, I'm sorry that I freaked out back then. I just want a fresh start where nobody would judge us. And it's Kyle's song. I guess I sort of panicked there. And as Stefan went and sat next to Kyle, all I'm saying is, mate, whatever happened before wasn't our fault. You're just gonna sit there and pretend that didn't happen? Because there's no guarantee that this place might meet the same fate. Meanwhile, let's get inside in Oliver's room, while Oliver is laying in bed reading a book. Just as Taylor came in, and Oliver saw, and as Taylor closed the door,
Oi! And as Oliver closed the book and put it down on his bed and sat up, don't you knock?
We need to talk. And as Taylor went and sat down at the foot of his bed facing Oliver. Why? When you should be with Joshua. I should be, but yet I'm not. What are you doing here? Meanwhile, in Paris, France, at the Good Charm Hotel in the courtyard, in the middle of the squirrel bush, lies a lifeless Ricky in a pool of blood and what appears to him being stabbed. Meanwhile, let's get inside at Karen and Bradley's suite as Karen came in the bathroom to the bedroom and doesn't see her husband, Bradley. And as she looks around, I wonder what he might be up to now. Meanwhile, in the common room, Angela's sitting on the couch waiting. Tashawn came to where she is, and she saw and got up just as he arrived. Any sign of them? No, and I'm really starting to worry about them. Maybe they're still in the ballroom. I just checked, and they're not there. Meanwhile, in the women's bathroom, Rachel's readying herself. Just as Gwen came out of the stall to where Rachel is. Did my sister manage to find? No. I just want to see how good I can be. After all, we Dawsons can't stay down for good. I fully agree. And as Rachel and Gwen look at the mirror on how beautiful they are, and as Rachel look at Gwen, shall we? That we shall. And as Rachel and Gwen in turn went and left the restroom, just as Vanessa came out of the stall, having heard everything. Meanwhile, in the ballroom, Carol and Steve are dancing towards music. Boy, does it feel good dancing the night away? I couldn't agree more. In fact, I have a feeling 1996 is gonna be a good year for our family. Well, I'm here for that. Meanwhile, in the common room, Jan and Thomas are talking. You know I'm not easy to abide. You're not even certain what that means. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm pretty knackered. I'll see you later, yeah? And as Thomas turned and walked away, with Jan looking. Let's get to Thomas as he walked down the hall, unaware that suddenly someone opened one of the doors and sneaked up behind him and went and bashed him, causing him to collapse to the ground. And the person who did it is revealed to be Cole Mitchell. I have to make certain everything goes according to plan. And as the two people came to where he is, and he saw, you two know exactly what to do, yeah? And as Cole turned and walked away. Meanwhile, outside in the courtyard, Mildred is waiting while thinking. And as Cole came to where she is, and she turned and saw him. Where the hell have you been? I was worried. I was on the phone with me parents, and then Turns out it took longer than I thought. Just letting them know I'm doing fine. And now that I'm back, you need not worry. And as they begin kissing each other. Meanwhile, not too far in the midst of the courtyard, beyond the bushes, is a lifeless Ricky who lies in a pool of blood and what appears of him being stabbed. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy in the courtyard, Kyle and Stefan are talking. If I didn't know any better, I say you developing a guilty conscience. That's your theory? What's yours? Okay. Perhaps I should relax and make some friends around here. That's more like it. Anyways, what's gotten you so damn excited? Dude, we have many opportunities we have. They're so limitless. Why not take advantage of it? Meanwhile, in Oliver's room, Taylor and Oliver are talking. Your grandparents was talking to Joshua about your affair. Yeah, and they giving me the third degree about it. And we don't treat family like we were both forced by really don't want to rehash that drama again. So I ask you this. I know why I'm here. I just want us to get along before the term begins. Why do you even care? Because I do. And as someone came in, and it's Miss Drake. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting you two. And as Taylor and Oliver saw her. Meanwhile, in Paris, France, outside the Good Charm Hotel, Mildred and Cole are talking. How would you like to begin the new year? Not sure, but I figured it out with the man I'm married. I was wondering, what if we take a few days to enjoy ourselves? I wish I could, but I still have school in a couple of days. Man, I keep forgetting that you're still in high school as a senior. But I'll be out in a couple months. Unless you want to re-enroll to keep me company. I think that sounds like a fantastic idea. Look, why don't we go back in and enjoy the night in the ballroom before we have a nightcap, yeah? Lead the way. And as Mildred and Cole head inside, unaware a few feet underneath the bushes, not too far from where they were, lies a lifeless Ricky in a pool of blood. Meanwhile, inside at Karen and Bradley's suite room, Karen came back in the bedroom from the other room just as the phone rang, and as she head towards it and arrived and got it. Hello? Oh, hey, Rita. Everything's fine here. What about you? That's good. Your father and I miss you very much. You do know that, yeah? I see. Okay, you be safe and know that we will always be on your side no matter what. I love you too. Bye. And as Karen hung up, and as she thinking, the measures I go to protect my children is so amazing.
Meanwhile, in the hallway, Vanessa is sitting at the bottom of the stairs thinking. And then she hears someone approaching. Owen? And the person arrived, and it's Miles who she saw. Miles. You alright, Vanessa? Yeah. Just thinking of what the New Year's has in store. Please excuse me. And as Vanessa got up and went and walked away, walking down the hall, while Miles turned and watched. Meanwhile, in the ballroom, Carol and Steve are slow dancing while talking. I have an idea. Really? What is it? Why don't we head to Dryden Park and surprise some of our kids? You certain they mind their parents coming? Look, we both pay over 10 grand a month. The least we can do is check up on them every now and then to get our money's worth. You have to remember the reason to why we spent nearly $100 a month to keep them safe from. Yes, I know. I hate it when you're right, but you are. Fine. Let's go see them. After that, we head home. Meanwhile, let's get to Angela, Sean, who came in and went towards Isabella, Vince, Eric, and Lucy. And they saw them as they arrived. What's going on? Have you two seen Gwen and Rachel Dawson? Why, is everything alright? I just want to, and it's Claire and Greg came to where they are. Mom, Dad, and as they saw them as they arrived, I'm surprised to see this party still full and swing. How did you two get here so fast? We took the jet around 10 p.m. and arrived at 3. And as Rachel and Gwen came to where they are. Mom? Dad? What's going on? We were worried about you two. Why? Is there something going on? Meanwhile, in the main hallway, Jan came out of the bathroom and began walking down the hall. Till suddenly someone pulls her into her empty room and they closed the door. And it's Charles, which she saw. What the hell is going on with you? I don't have time for whatever this is. Have you seen Thomas? Isn't he your best mate? Look, I really shouldn't be telling you this, but you are anyways. He told me about fulfilling his family legacy, and I got a bad feeling about this. Dude, you're overreacting. He probably means filling in their shoes, and you know who their parents are, right? I'm aware. Why do you care? He's my best mate, and I don't want to see his parents using him as a pawn. Trust me, we need to find him before we make the biggest mistake of his life. Alright, let's go. And as Jan and Charles went and left the room. Meanwhile, in the storage closet, Thomas is still lying on the ground unconscious with a bloody knife in his right hand. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy in the courtyard, Kyle and Stefan are talking. Fine. Look, I do have a question. What is it? Aren't you curious to who our parents really is? No, and frankly, I really don't give a damn. Neither should you. They have made the decision to dump us like yesterday's rubbish so they can just stuff it for all I care. Wow. Sounds like you're enough about them. Let's just enjoy the new year. And as Stefan turned and walked away. Meanwhile, in Oliver's room, Taylor and Oliver are surprised by Mrs. Drake's arrival. And as they both got up, Miss Drake, Miss Osborne. And as Miss Drake looked at Taylor, who saw, "Why didn't you sign in?" "I'm sorry, Miss Drake. I sort of forgotten. You know fully where it's required here. After all, you've been here for more than 2 hours." "Miss Drake, I was helping her out." "Bro, save it. Holiday's almost over, so I hope you two lot are ready for the next term." "You know what? I can sign in right now." "I see we're getting somewhere." And as Taylor went and left Oliver's room, followed by Miss Drake. And as Oliver sat back down and eventually laid down on his bed. Meanwhile, in Paris, France, at the Good Charm International Hotel in Karen and Bradley's suite, Karen is lying in bed thinking, till someone knocked on her door. And as she got up and went and arrived at the door and got it, and it's a room service guy with a trolley that has bowls of strawberry and ice cream on it. "You want some dessert, ma'am?" "Yes. Do set it over there." And as he rolled the trolley in and left it by the TV. "Thank you." And as the man came back to where she is, just in time for Karen to give him a $100 tip. "Nice. Have a good New Year, Mrs. Goodcharm." "Same to you." And as he went and left the room with Karen closing the door, and as she turned and faced her room, and as she looked at the trolley of desserts by the TV. "Now, I think it's time I show my lovely husband how I really feel." Meanwhile, in the common room, Vanessa came towards it and went and sat down on one of the benches, just as Owen came to where she is and sat by her, and she saw. "How are you?" "Fine." "What do you have planned for Patricia?" "Let me guess. My best mate filled you in?" "Wrong. You just admitted it." "Look, she's done no harm." "You two kissed. Unless that's what you really want." "Just hear me out, yeah? Patricia told me that she lost her nana to leukemia stage 4. It really tore her apart as she know it. I didn't want to leave her there. Why didn't you tell me beforehand?" "You never gave me a chance to." "All right. You want to go to my room?" "I thought you never asked." And as Vanessa and Owen both got up and went and walked down the hall. Meanwhile, in the ballroom, Carol and Steve are talking while slow dancing. And as Carol began to notice the room, "Looks like things are slowing down here." "That's a good thing, yeah?" "Tis. I'm about to begin the new year by making love to my beautiful, amazing wife. Ooh, I can't wait till you show me what you have in store for this year." "Why wait? We can go now if you want. Unless you want to stay here." "Yeah, I'm kind of knackered from all this dancing, and I really want to get relaxed." "Then let's go." And as they stopped and went and left the ballroom, just as Mildred and Cole came in. And as Cole sent Song Wong with his wife. "What's wrong, love?" "Where's my dad? And my mom?" "They'll probably head back to their room earlier." "What's the deal?" "I was thinking what I said earlier," and as she looked at him, "I really don't want to leave Paris." "You're having second thoughts about not returning home?" "I really don't have much of a choice. Besides, I don't want to get you on my dad's bad side right now." Ryan and I get on nicely. "Yeah, till he finds out that we're married." Look, I know I'm 18, but he's kind of family oriented. Me, yeah,
I get it. Say no more. I love you, Mildred Mitchell.
I love you too.
And as they begin kissing each other. Meanwhile, let's get to Claire, Greg, Rachel, Gwen, Angela, Sean, Isabella, and Vince who are talking. Did you call them over? No. Your mother and I realized what a foolish idea we did sending 4 kids unsupervised to a different country. We have Hannah, Ryan, Carol, Steve, Karen, and Bradley. Dude, you know that's not the same.
You mean because they're not cops, right?
Guys, we just want what's best for you lot.
You know what? I think this is family time. We're gonna let you lot talk amongst yourselves.
We'll see you later. And as Isabel and Vince went and walked away holding hands, while the others continued talking.
You two are unbelievable.
Actually, I think I know why they're really here.
You don't trust me here with Ricky, don't you?
Meanwhile, in the storage closet, Thomas is lying on the ground unconscious with a bloody knife in his right hand. And as he suddenly begins awoken and notices that he has the grip of something in his right hand. And as he looked at it and saw it's a bloody knife. And as he quickly sat up and dropped the knife to the floor and began looking around, wondering to where he is. Meanwhile, in the common room, Jan and Charles return to the front. Where the hell is he?
We checked everywhere. It's like he vanished off the face of the planet.
You think his parents are here?
How should I know?
Okay, we're gonna have to split up.
And oh no, this isn't some movie. We need to stick together and keep looking.
There's nowhere else to look.
This is a big hotel with so many rooms and maybe passageways. I am not gonna stop till he's found.
Meanwhile, outside by the hotel, a portion of the front is sealed by a caution tape as the coroners came with a stretcher covered with a body in it towards the van, while several police officers are securing the location. Unaware that Miles sees the whole thing from the window inside, and as he turned and went towards the common room. But amongst the way, he accidentally ran into Jan, with Charles there. Dude, watch where you're going.
Why are the police here?
Alright, you didn't hear this from me, but somebody was stabbed to death here.